Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. No, this is not the knife we're going to look at today. We're going to do something completely different. I want to go shopping. We're going to go see what good knives or great knives we can find in the $75 to $100 range. And where are we going to do that? Right here, baby. Oh, yeah. Can you feel that? Huh? Can you feel it? We're going to check out Blade Bench together, all in one. If you're not familiar, listen. If you're not familiar with Blade Bench, this is where you can buy and sell knives. This is the secondary market, and it's the best one out there. There's the marketplace. You can go and look for grails. They have Made in the USA section. You could go to the Blade Bench shop and buy brand new knives, and that is where you go and get the, oh yeah, you can get the dark mode. I have a dark mode right here on the table, but we're not showing these on my table today. We do that on the live streams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to go over here to the filter, and you can filter by price range. So you can go all the way up as high as you want. You can go up into the thousands, but I want to check out the sweet spot. 75 to 149.99. So 75 to 150 bucks is a sweet spot for EDC knives. Now look at this. I mean, listen. I'm excited because I've never done this before. At least I've never done this, what we're doing today, but we do this on the live stream, and this is going to be a lot of fun because you never know what's going to be on for sale. So this, I have it in a wide view so we can see a bunch of knives. And then, like for instance, the very first thing you see, you might have never seen this knife before. It's a Civivi Elementum. Is a Desert Warrior liner locks, 88 bucks. But one thing that I've noticed is that as many knives, hundreds and thousands of knives that I've seen, I come on here and I find knives that I've never seen before, never handled before, and there's blade steels. I have so many blade steels and different designs that I want in my collection, right? Like for instance, an Espada XL. If you've never seen an Espada XL, this knife is gigantic. I mean, yeah, it will fit in your pocket, but it's gigantic. So there's someone has it for $100. And then I like this. They started adding a little bit of ads for stuff like this. Ultra. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna get sidetracked, but okay, here we are on what, the third or fourth line. Look at this. Here's a Wee Banter, and the Wee Banter is a fantastic knife. And this one, oh my gosh, where'd it go? I just lost it because, well, you know, this is new. There it is. The Wee Banter, $75. So for 75 bucks, this is somebody that has it listed. And, like, you know, I'm also explaining what Blade Bench is too for folks that have never seen it or never been there before. So this is someone that is selling this knife. They're saying it's in excellent condition. And by the way, Blade Bench guarantees the buyer and the seller. And if you sell a knife on here, Blade Bench sends you the postage and then you send it to whoever bought it. It's just that easy. So this knife, yes, look at this. S35VN blade steel, baby. So this is S35VN. It's the micarta. This is a fantastic knife, $75. So that right there, if I was looking for a great knife in the $75 range, they were smart by putting it in that category, because as soon as someone sees that, they're going to go for it. And here's another one. See, I'm not even getting very far at all. Here's a Spyderco Sage 5 lightweight for $100. $100 for, oh my gosh, this is going to be fun. And I'm going to have to pay attention to my time to make sure I don't spend a half an hour on here. But look, we're going to go through here and see if I can keep myself from buying a knife. Like here's another knife I've never seen before. The Max Ace Black Mirror S90V. Look at that. That's a nice looking. Ooh, yeah, a little bit of carbon fibre and a QSP turtle. That you know what? Maybe next time we'll even go for the knives that are under 75. But like I said, this is such a sweet spot for knives. There's an Elementum Wharncliffe. Look at that. Have you ever seen or handled a Wharncliffe Elementum? I mean, that's a fantastic knife to begin with. And here, hey, ho. Okay, this is a blade steel and a knife that are on my list. The Manix 2, one of my top 5 favorite knives of all times. Anytime someone says, what's a knife I can get for under $200? The first knife that I mention is a Spyderco Manix 2. And here's a Manix 2 with a blade steel I don't have yet. This is not in my collection yet. Can you hear me? Do you feel the angst? This is S110V. Oh my goodness. And let's see what it says, brand new in box. Oh my gosh. But see, $145 for S110V, and it's a Manix 2. Holy cow. And the seller has done a very good job. They took pictures of both sides of the blade. They took pictures of both sides of the scales so you can see it's in great condition. This one's a really nice purple. Now, I have to remember not to spend forever because I will spend the whole time looking at one particular knife, and I want to get through here and see some more. Man, that S110V, that's on my list. I really want that. I want some K390 too. Here's a Civivi Vision in Damascus for $85, which is a really good price. A Hedgehog. Oh, see, it's endless. When you go on here, you will start to find so many knives you've never seen before, blade steels you've never got to experience. Now, this right here is the Blade Bin shop. I switched over to the shop. Here's the brand new Scuffle Dark Mode. You know, I have to be careful because just that fast, I went on a tangent and I went to another tab and I got lost. So here's another banter for 100, and you can check your prices on here, right? And something else you can do is you can also message the seller. I did this. There was a Grail that I wanted for Mrs. Beez. She wanted it really bad, and we weren't able to get it, right? And then they were sold out, and I found it on Blade Binge, and I contacted the seller, and I let him know. I'm like, if you ever want to go down maybe like $50 on it, let me know, and I'll get it. And he said, I'll let you know. It wasn't even more than a week, and I got a message, and he said, I'll do it. And I bought it, and I got Mrs. Beez her Grail knife. There you go. There's a Spyderco Paramilitary 3 lightweight, the breast cancer version for $130. Now, you know something else? If you want to go Tucson shopping, I only have a couple Tucson knives. That is another brand that I need to check out some more, because a long time ago, I had several loaned to me, and boy, Tucson, that's a market that I haven't checked out enough. And then here's a Kubi Blackout. I had a Blackout on the channel not too long ago. I reviewed this knife. That's a fantastic knife. KB and Kubi, I mean, you can't go wrong with them, right? And then look at this. Here's a Civivi Cubit Zero Forks Given. I didn't even know. This is a Blade HQ version of the Cubit. It's the Zero Forks Given from Blade HQ. 110, really? I did not know. See, you can't. That's one nice thing about the knife world, is you cannot possibly keep up on all of the knives. I mean, it's impossible to know everything that's out there. And I'm wondering what the blade steel is on this dude. See here where it says make an offer? You can buy, add to your cart, or make an offer, which is very nice. Very, very nice. And I'm looking down here. Let's see. 14C 28N blade steel, baby. So that's a Blade Binge exclusive. That's pretty exciting in and of itself. Now let's see what else we got going on here. A Best Tech Skirmish for $100. That just blows me away, the different prices, what you can get, and what people are selling for. It all depends on the seller, right? Let me get a little drink of some cold beverage here. The nice thing is you can shop around and you can see, is this person trying to sell the knife, or are they trying to make a big profit, right? Like here's a Benchmade Bug Out 535, brand new in the box for $125. I am under the impression, I'm pretty sure that if you want a brand new Benchmade Bug Out, I'm thinking that it's more than $125. But this is, what is it? S30V? What's the blade steel on this dude? Let me take a look here. S30V. Yes. So that's S30V. Benchmade, in my humble opinion, tends to be a little pricey when it's brand new. So that's coming over to Blade Binge. That's a way to go and get something for a lot better deal. And what knife collectors do, what happened, what knife collectors do is they do like I do. They do, you know, when you get into it, you buy a knife, you think it's cool. It's not your everyday carry. And you're like, you know what? This one's cool. I'm ready to move on and get something else. Ooh, look at that. A Tucson chin design. That's a neat look. Wow, look at that's a bruiser. Squirrel. Oh, Spartan Blades Field Grade Poros. I've never heard of that one. Ooh, neato. But oh yes, I remembered my thought. You can go and sell a couple knives and get something else and get to experience, because part of the journey, we were talking about this on the live stream, The live streams every Friday night, 8:15 to around midnight. We do giveaways every Friday night, Eastern time. You could drop in. We have so much fun. We talk about knives and gear, and we always go and visit Blade Bench because, well, it's just, that's what we do, right? But you experience the knives, you hang out with him, you play with him, you flick them, you flip them. Sometimes you don't even use them other than to cut paper, right? It's not a carry. And then you sell it because the knife collecting journey, that's what it's about. And then every once in a while, you get that perfect knife. You're like, I'm going to keep that one. Oh, yeah, this is going to my collection. Because every knife that you want to sell or you want to move on from, someone else has got to experience. This is the Civivi Vexillium. This dude is a beast. Look at the blade on that guy. Oh, my gosh. I have this one right over here. It's about 4 feet away. I have this one in the case. It's a bruiser. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. The Wee Knife Kite Fin. Let's look. Look. A Wee Knife for less than $150. If you've never experienced Wee knives, I really do like them. There are a few that I'll everyday carry, and the other ones, they're not safe queens, but they spend less time in my pockets. Now look at this. Here's an Asher Nomad Warncliffe Stonewash S90 blade steel cobalt. Whoa, wow. You know what? This is a good looking knife. I have 2 Asher knives, and man, the Asher Nomad, that is a good looking knife, an S90V. I really like me some S90V steel. There's a Benchmade Mini Boost. I've never heard of that. A Lion Steel Kerr. I've never heard of that. There you go. Spyderco Dragonfly. Blunt Force Blades Defiant. This is the first time I've ever seen a Blunt Force Blades. I don't even know what they're about. We're on page 1. Are you getting my drift? Are you smelling what I'm stepping in? This is just page 1, and there's over 200 pages just in this category, just in this price range that we're looking at right now. Did I just snort? I think I just snorted. So look, we'll go to one more page. Well, just to see what's going on. Here's a cold steel carve G10 Austin A for $75. Ooh, a Spyderco. The Spyderco Police 4 lightweight, $105. I guarantee that you're not going to get that knife for $105. Now, every once in a while, someone will come on here and try to sell something for exactly what they bought it for. My personal opinion is the only time I personally would go for that is if it's not available anywhere else, right? But otherwise, you got to open it for the first time. Knock the price down if you want to move the knife, right? And you can always ask the seller, hey, if you want to move it, and let me see what page I'm on here. Oh yeah, just scroll down. Oh my goodness, look at this. Here's a Wee Knife Banter with the marble carbon fiber. Look at that. We were looking at a Banter earlier. This must be Banter knife. And there's the Kaiser Veritas, which is a fantastic knife. That one's only $140. That's a great deal. Oh, this is too much fun. Look, you can get some small Camp Hawk. You can get some hatchets. Spyderco Native Chief with S30V for $129. Wait a minute. Is that a penguin? What is that? Oh, it's a Civivi Amorite flipper for $75. So we started at 75. You could go less than that, right? So 75 is just the lower end of what we chose today. There's a Delica 4 lightweight for $82. And then slip joints. I don't talk about slip joints enough. I'm not the largest slip joint fan. What? Oh, wait a minute. What did I just see? I tried to blow up the screen and lost the knife. I went, okay, a blackout mini bug out. That's not what I was looking at, but there you go. There's a mini bug out for $140. I just saw a knife, a Spyderco Para 3 lightweight for $108. But that's not, I swear, I just saw a Spyderco that I wanted to look at. There it is, a Native 5 lightweight for $110. Now, I'm curious. I don't know what the blade steel is on this dude, but I'm guessing maybe S30V. Let's see if it's going to tell me where's the blade steel. What is it? S30V. So yeah, the whole Native 5s and the Sage versions, I had no idea until I got my Sage 6 at Blade Show Atlanta. I did not know that they were, I knew they were going to be good quality knives, but I didn't know they were going to fit my hand and be such a great everyday carry. I've been carrying my Sage 6 ever since Blade Show. So moving on just a little bit here. I don't want to spin forever, but you know, I'm also having fun and looking because my gist of this is that while I'm shopping and looking at some of these knives is that I'm going to find something that I really want, because that's what happens when you go on here. Ooh, look at this. A Kubi Hyperion 144. Look at this. Wow. Wow. This knife reminds me, tell me down in the comments. This knife reminds me of a very popular knife, and that knife's name starts with an R. Look at the blade on this dude. That's the stonewash. That's the tiger stripe titanium. Tiger striped anodized titanium. Took some really good pictures. Gives you, oh man, look at this. Let's get in there and take a look. Look at that. Did a great job on the pictures so you can really see what it looks like. Oh my goodness. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous blade. Holy cow. I've never seen this version of the Hyperion from Kubi. Oh, and they're selling it for $144. That has to be a great deal. What's the blade steel on this dude? I have to look because I'm always curious. S35BN blade steel, baby. So are you getting my drift? This is, I wish we could do this a little more on the live streams, but you get lost because when you start, look, here's some zero tolerance, the Anzo for 125. That's a slip joint. Some folks are really into slip joints. There's a Kaiser Drop Bear, a Kubi Vagrant, a Tucson TS16, a Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight for $75. Hey, in case you didn't know, I'm a Manix 2 fan. And those are some good. Oh yeah, and you can get it. Look at there, a G-Shock. I have 3 G-Shocks. That's my favorite watch. So you can get more than just knives, but knives is, you know, kind of the main thing. Here's another one. There you go, a Flytanium Arcade Light. I have this exact knife. It is fantastic. I like this version and I like the premium version. They are both so good. And then here's somebody selling a QSP Penguin. I knew we'd have to see a penguin because everybody needs a penguin, right? I mean, would you just look at it and look at it in all of its penguinness? And this one is a more premium version. You can get penguins for like $32, right? If you get just the regular. Ooh, there's the Riot PLXT, the copper. Ooh, my, oh my, what'd you just look at? Oh, now see, this is something else that I'm glad that we came across this. Here's somebody that has, 3 more budget knives, and they're like, I don't want to list one knife and sell it for $30 and ship it out and have to fool with it. So they made a triple deal, and I just lost it. Oh no. See, when I looked at the camera and looked away, it went away. But there were 3, somebody had 3 knives. Well, here you go. Here's another one. Here's a lot of 3 knives, a pyrite bundle. There are 3 different CJRB pyrites for $105. That is a fantastic deal. 3 different versions, 3 different variants of the pyrite. I mean, there's no way that that's not a great deal for $105. Each one of those knives cost around $50 to $60, if not a little bit more, depending on what the blade steel is, right? So that is an example of what I've thought about doing with some of my more, $50 range knives. Sell like, put them down to like $30, $35 and put 3 in there. And that's a perfect example. I'm glad that came up because you can sell a lot. If you a LOT, not like a lot, you could sell, 3 or 4 together. You can put 5 budget knives in there, sell them as a pair. And someone that's just getting into knives, imagine if you could spend like $100, $110, $115 and get 3 or 4 knives in the mail. And they're all the knives you wanted to check out, but they all cost $50, $60 a piece. Someone used them, someone cut up in some packages with them, cleaned them off, and you're getting a like new in box knife. I mean, that's exciting to me. That is very exciting. All right, so you know what? I thought we would get through a lot more knives in this today, but this is just the first round. I'm going to start doing this some more, and then we'll see what pops up We'll check out some of the premium knives. We might check out some of the EDC gear, but I can't spend a whole entire hour doing this. You get the point, but we're going to have some fun doing some of this Blade Binge stuff and checking out what's on Blade Binge. So listen, on your screen, you're going to have a couple videos pop up. Those are brand new knife releases. Those are ones I just published. You want to go check one of those bad boys out. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the Hive streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.